Good afternoon. Did anyone get an email today? Yeah, well, the telegram didn't go out either. But I'm talking to. Yeah. There it went. Yep. Hey Glenn. Jill. Nice to see you. Stacy. Got the email, not the telegram. Yeah, the telegram just went out. Our telegram person yep, was having some internet issues. Should be there now. Be getting started a little bit later today. I'm very interested to see today if the China U.S. trade truce extension can really drive the bid home because it's been a seller's market all day long. It's a pretty sustained sell off. We'll see if the catalyst is strong enough or we'll revert back to the downtrend. But it's going to be very hard to tell over lunch. Thanks, Janet. Hey, Richard. Although it does look like the volt's turning around. Ah, good. Hopefully making money, RV. Nice. For a second, I thought you meant a 5K race. It's a good way to start your morning. Oh, good, Nathan. Well, Ira, they might not be in definitely not in as much trouble as they would have been 20 minutes ago. So you might have some hope there. Oh yeah, AMD. Roger was telling me about that trade. David, let me tell you, you cannot go wrong with extra monitors. You really can't. I have six, and I wish I had 10.
All righty. Good afternoon, everybody. How's everybody doing today? Let me just turn on YouTube real quick, and then we'll get started. There we
As
go.
SB, it's Trade Exchange News Desk. It's a
What was I
paid
doing?
service. A little pricey, but it's worth it.
Yeah, Matt's on that thing. I bought it for myself, and let me tell you how much I get to use it. He's on that thing with his headphones on all day. I don't. It doesn't bother me. It's fine. If it's important, he'll tell me. He's like 10 feet away from me at the most. Kevin, Richard, Alexander, Peter, Devin, how are you guys doing? Everybody's okay? Did you guys make money on Oracle this morning? Anybody make money on Oracle? We closed that Oracle, didn't we?
Yep.
Yeah. Did anybody make money on Oracle? Anybody make money on the trading zone, the last 5 trades, which have been winners? Yes, yes. Good, good. Did anybody make money on the AMD trade that I just gave you? Wow, there's a lot of oh, DRRX. Good, good, good. 45 on Oracle. Good, good. Why didn't you make money on AMD? What happened? Kate, what happened to you? Oh, you missed it. Well, listen. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you guys missed it. I did post it. Oh God. Uh, good. I forgot about the DR. I totally forgot about. I didn't. I forgot about that one. Let's see. DRRX. Hell, X. Oh yeah, this thing went up. This thing really went up. Good, 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 good. It went up and then it went down. So cool. I'm so glad you guys are making use of that. Yeah, AMD is coming back, but be careful. We didn't make it all the way to the VWAP. And when we tried, we bounced off. So if we don't do it in the next few minutes, you probably want to get out of the position. That was a day trade. That was a day trade. Roger, Matt, for my daily profit in the pit and Trading Zone Live, $1,367. I like that. All right, all right. I wouldn't be holding a. All right, Christopher made people made money on AMD. Very good, very very good. 20% profit. Richard from Feinberg. I was actually thinking about you this morning, Richard. I hope you're doing well. You're so close to us. If you ever want to come out here, feel free. We'll hang out. I know it's very close. Made money on Oracle, Schwab, AMD, IBM, Caterpillar, and DRX. Oh, people are happy today, Matt. People are very happy. People are very happy. It pays to come to the morning show. I give them now. Oh, Richard's up at $9,800. By the way, Matt, you don't know this, but I'm experimenting with microcaps,
Mm.
and I've been sneaking in microcaps, 2 of my favorite microcaps every morning at 8 o'clock, just to see how it goes, just to have fun. People like it so far.
Sounds like it's going good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, people like it. It's been working out real, real well. I'm using all those things that I learned from that dude in Warrior Trading. That what's it, Ross?
Ross.
Yeah, 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 yeah. All that stuff. He's I mean, two things pretty much: the volume buzz. I lost so much money for I didn't. Kiong says I lost some. So I didn't listen to me. You lost money, and because you lost money, you didn't listen to me. Okay, that doesn't make any sense. I would imagine you would listen to me because you lost money somewhere else. Anyways, uh, 25% on Oracle. Sorry, dropping flat. Greg just said, all right, all right. Now, also, I hate to say I told you so, but let me just share the screen, and I want to get into my lesson, and I have a lot to teach you today, and I really have a lot to teach you today. Matt, can you give me the screen real quick?
Yep.
You lost money because you didn't listen to me. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. So this morning during the market analysis, I told you how the upside smells very fishy to me. We're getting too far above the 8-day EMA. Hey, Omar, how are you? Thank you, Omar. I appreciate it. Thank you, Edward Raj, SB, 50% on Oracle. Very nice. Charlie, a little on AMD. Listen, it was 22-minute trade. How much do you expect? How do you get into the morning session? You go into my YouTube channel, and every morning at 8, or Telegram. I send a link every morning on Telegram at 8 o'clock on all three channels, whichever channel you're on. So, I told you guys that I think the market's going to make is going to be very similar to yesterday. It's going to make a high at the open or near the open, and guess what? Big fat gap. Look, oh, we're going up again. We're going, and then we'll look at what happened. Yep. Didn't I tell you guys we got to get to that 8-day EMA? We're getting too deviated. Now let's see. Let me just pull up TC2000 so I could actually see how far away we are. Matt, you should put for me here on make a note for yourself for Thinkorswim on the bottom here, right here.
Yeah.
Add the 15 and the 10. I don't know why the 8 and the 15 EMA. Okay.
Yep.
I don't know why I don't have it here. I have the American flag, but because I use TC2000 so much. So here's the AMD trade we were looking at. I'm very happy. I love helping you guys make money. Nothing gets me so excited. And you know what? I totally forgot to put the trade on for the AMD trade for myself. But I got it for you guys, and I'm very happy about that. Thanks for the numbers. You don't see them. Breeze, I don't know what you're talking about, what you see, what you don't see. Maybe you're in the wrong channel, but call customer service. They'll hook you up. All right, let's continue the discussion. So I was saying something important, actually. I was talking about, the market. SPY. So you see how we were over here, and I said we're getting too far away from, and look at now, we're getting much closer. And I think we're going to get over the next few days, we may get a little closer. Now, Roger, are you expecting a bloodbath? I didn't say any of that. All I'm saying is I'm expecting price to cool off and get back to the 8-day EMA, even maybe momentarily, but we need the 8-day EMA to start pumping, okay? Very, very, very important. Now, I want to teach you guys some day trading techniques and dispel some misnomers, okay? People have a lot of theories, they have a lot of ideas, but I want to get into reality with you, okay? Let me just pull up my syllabus. We need my syllabus. I get very excited, very excited. Oh, Dion, no, never mind. She got that. Let me get to my... I want to give you guys a good session, and I don't want to get interrupted. Now, hold your questions till the end. Let me finish my spiel, and then you can ask me anything you want. Under $1. All right. You're welcome. You're welcome, Peanut. All right. Good. I'm glad people are getting benefit out of the pit, and they're getting benefit out of all of it. So, the first thing I want to explain to you guys is the structure of a day trade. Okay, what is the structure of a day trade? The structure of a day trade. This is going to be a nice little summary, a lesson for you. And Matt, ask Deanna to make sure this goes into the Alpha Zone Pro and the Trading Zone Live members area. Would you do that, please? Okay. I think so, Bodine. Anyways, so as you could see, it's whether you day trade or you swing trade, you can't. I know that what you all want, I know what we all want is we all want just a simple line and another line and an X and, oh, buy here, sell there. No, it doesn't work that way. If it worked that way, I could promise you there will be a lot more people making money. It takes actual work, okay? It takes actual work. So you could see we're in a bullish cycle, okay? We're in a very bullish cycle here. A lot of work, right? So because we're in a bullish cycle, we have to be very cautious what kind of trades we take. Now, the market's going from a bullish cycle to a choppy cycle. Notice the last 3 days. But we're still making all-time highs, but we're starting to get a little more sideways. We're starting to see a little more sideways. Thank you, Car Rod. I appreciate it. we're starting to see some choppiness here, right? A little choppiness here. And because we're seeing this choppiness here, means we have a very good chance to trade two sides of the market, especially if we are day trading. Okay. Okay. Very, 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 very important. Now, if you're in this type of market, or again, if you're in the kind of market we're entering right now, it's always important to know. I'm going to show you something right now. I'm going to give you a real lesson, not a, God darn it, not a could be, should have, would be lesson. I want to show you something right now. Okay. I want to show you exactly what I did today and how I used the market to line up a trade. Okay. So pay attention. I'm going to talk about day trading. I'm talking about day trading right now. So I believed the market was very stable. I don't believe there's anything wrong with the market. I'm not expecting anything crazy, especially ahead of FOMC, ahead of, this is my thinking. I want you to understand this. Um, Ahead of the FOMC, ahead of earnings, ahead of all of this garbage. But at the same time, the market is looking great. There's nothing wrong with it. But we are starting to get a little more fragmented, a little more choppier. I noticed in the morning, I showed you that we're starting to see sector rotation. I showed you this morning. Again, this is just all of my thinking that happens within a millisecond. I showed you that, hey, we're starting to see, look at how we came into this morning. Technology was here. Look where tech was yesterday, all the way at the bottom. I said, look, we're starting to see sector rotation again. Okay, we're starting to see, but we're not seeing bearishness. And I even showed you sectors this morning. All right, now, excuse me. Now, with that said, I said to you, very important. I said in the one of the channels I post all the time, but one of the three channels I said, keep an eye on yesterday's low. Yesterday's low. Yesterday's low happened to be 635.58. Okay? When we went to that area, we went just a hair lower, but we went right into that area, the mid 35s, okay, on the SPY. I was looking at AMD. And I said to myself, look, Roger, the SPY is in a choppy environment. The odds are it's not going to bleed. It's probably going to stay in this range right now. The momentum readings are not really that. ADD is negative 189 right now. I mean, look, I'll show you. It's better to show you. Look, it's basically, there's nothing going on in the market. The steering wheel is just like this. There's not a lot of momentum coming into the market. And this thing started getting a little choppier too. Right. But I was a little earlier to the party. It was before this fall, right? The last drop right here. Anyhow. So I said to myself, what's the strongest stock right now that has really high volume? Well, I went to my Pro Trader dashboard. I don't have to go there. It's already there. Actually, I was looking at it. And I said, oh, volume is, look at AMD. The market made an all-time high today. Look at AMD. Relative strength on a daily, hourly, 30-minute, 15-minute, 5-minute. Look at volume here. It's already at 139%. And I said, the stock is getting close to yesterday's low. I mean, to where, to yesterday's range. Let me show you what I mean. Yesterday's high, right here. See this? It was somewhere around, where do we, I don't remember where we got in. What was the price? $68, 76.85. Right here, right there. Just to give you some idea, right here, like right there. And I said, the odds are it's going to stay in this range. And guess what the market did? As soon as it went there, started curving here, and AMD started coming right back up, and I gave a second profit target right at the VWAP, which is about 40 cents above where we are right now at about 179. And I think the SPY will eventually get right back up to the VWAP or around this area. VWAP happens to be right at the close, so it's not a long drive. So you see how I used multiple things together. I didn't just use one thing together. When we trade the SPY in the Trading Zone Live, we look at all of those things together. We're not just sitting here looking, for example, at Trading Zone at Alpha Zone Pro. Now, Alpha Zone Pro is great for folks who are like you guys who are getting started and learning, who need that structure, because this will give you the structure. And by the way, for the record, Alpha Zone Pro today picked the high and it picked the low. And we're going to talk about Alpha Zone Pro in a few minutes more. So the first thing you need to understand is, what kind of market are you in? Are you in a market like this? Are you in a market like this? Are you in a choppy market? How is the market how does the market figure into what you are trading and what you are trying to accomplish? If you can't answer that question, don't put on a trade. Stop trading in a vacuum. You know those stupid promos you see on YouTube? Oh, when it does this, I buy. Good luck to you on that. No, look, that's like somebody who's driving 100 miles per hour and looking at like one thing. When you're driving, don't you look at everything? So very important. Now, folks, I want you to understand something else. There are different styles of day trading. What? What the hell does that even mean? Day trading is day trade. No, day trading is not day trading. Okay? Day trading is not day trading. There are opening range breakout trading. There's reversal trading, right? Trend trading, reversal trading. You have pullback trading, line to line trading. I'll talk about that in a minute. And you have divergence trading. Richard says, just like what you drive, you have to get the big picture. Exactly. Now, so here's the Alpha Zone Pro, okay? Now, the Alpha Zone Pro does basically two types of trading. It does reversals and it does breakouts. Breakouts or reversals. Breakouts or consolidations, breakouts, and reversals. Three actually. It doesn't do micro scalping. Okay, what is micro scalping? Micro scalping is when you buy and then you you go for like 3 ticks. We don't do that because you're going to end up eating up a lot of commission. Okay. Now, there's another methodology of trading, and it's called line to line trading. When Richard first asked me, when he said, "Hey, Roger, I want to start trading, day trading e-minis or just day trading indexes," I said, "Hey, I explained to him line to line trading basically, and this is a form of line to line trading. And what line to line trading is, but the way we have them here, it's line to line, but we're not trading line to line. But this is line to line trading, basically, line to line. But real line to line trading is many support and resistance levels on a chart, and using a 1 minute chart and just trading line to line. Now, line to line, one support resistance area to another. If you're or short from here to here, from here to here. It's a very good way for beginners to start day trading. But again, the problem with that is you're going for micro gains. And micro gains when you're day trading is not that great. You need to have a little holding power. That's why we don't use the 1 minute charts with you guys here, because we're not micro scalpers, okay? And you get too much noise in that. So now, why am I explaining all this to you? So you understand that there's many facets of this. It's not just simply oh, why didn't you do this? Isn't this the only way to do it? No, there's many ways of doing it. What I wanted to do here for you in Alpha Zone Pro was just create something that is structured. So you have something that really gives you an edge that's structured. Like, I mean, if you can't see how like today, if you don't think you would have an edge here or here, the program literally picked the highs and the lows. Okay. I mean, I don't know. I don't know, Matt. Can you get a better edge than that?
Nope.
I don't know how you can. I love this program. Oh boy. All right. So now so there are many and oh, another almost forgot. There's another way to trade this and it's called divergence. And that's when you have divergence between the oscillator and price action. In other words, price action is making a high, but this is starting to come off. And we do that all the time here when we get the hook. That's when you get the tring, 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 the triple bell. Richard says, I traded it from the top to the bottom, taking profit along the way. Yeah, man, I love it. Hey, Richard, did you get into the AMD trade and Oracle? Let me know. It's been a good morning, actually. Of course. All right, let's keep this party going. So, um, now, do we only rely? And this is really important. So you understand when you guys say to me, "Well, why did you take this trade? The arrow didn't show up." It's like there's a lot more to it than the arrow. Okay, there's a lot more to it than the arrow. Brett says I was actually addicted to the pit. Now I'm addicted to AZP and Trading Zone. I told you. I told you. I told you. So how does this fit into all of this? How does this fill into all of this? What did I do for you that's so structured? Well, the only way this really works, and it's been proven many times, is really get a good feel for it is if you use this with it. Market internals. You got to use the market internals page. And Matt, what I want you to do is this. I want you to add another column to this.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, sorry, another row. Okay. So we have 6 windows,
Mm-hmm.
and I want you to put the TLT
Yep.
on 5 minute, and I want you to put market profile. Excuse me, volume profile on what are you using, the SPY or the E-mini?
He's a spy.
The SPY, yeah. Just put it on there and put the if you can automate somehow the 5-day point of control, the 2-day point of control, and the current day point of control, so they can always see those on there.
Yep.
Can you do that for us?
Yeah.
All right. Does that sound tasty, guys? Does that sound pretty good? And yes, you will all get everybody who already has it will get it. Anybody who's going to get it is going to get it too. But we're going to all right. We're making a lot of people happy today. How many people we got here? We got only 553. What's going on here? Is there a webinar? Is there a strike? Oh, you know what? It's kind of early still. All right. Yeah, don't forget to do that. I've been meaning to ask you to do that for quite some time. All right. Now, folks, having these tools and having this while you're looking at this, yeah, trading view as well. Yes. Having this market internals while you're looking at this is a lifesaver. It's a real lifesaver. Okay. Let me explain to you why it's a lifesaver. Okay. Because if you're looking at this, you will know at any given time if you should be looking at the left side or the right side. Roger, why were you so confident that the market wasn't just going to run away with the circus while it was doing this today? Look. Why were you so confident that AMD was going to bottom out? Well, let me show you why. See, it all goes together. How did you know that the SPY was just going to stop going down? I'm going to show you how. I'm going to show you exactly how. ADD. While all of this was going on, it never got below 200 negative. You need to have a trend day to have real bloodbath. A trend day. It means you need to be below 1500. Do you know what this is telling us? That pretty much almost every stock is near where it closed yesterday. It's not above the high. It's not even below the close. How much downside do you think you're going to get with that? You need to know if a move is real or if a move if it's a cockapoo move. Matt, we should patent that. Call that a trading word, a
There
cockapoo
you
move.
go.
What do you think about
I
that?
like it.
I like that. Maybe it'll be the first thing, little kids learn, the cockapoo move. Seriously, folks, you need to know if it's a real move or a fake move. You see, Vold can't tell you that. Vold can just tell you where the SPY should be going. It's not telling you if it's a trend day or not. And what did I keep teaching you? If it's not a trend day, then the market's probably not going to run away with the circus. And if it's not going to run away from the circus, that buying lows near the lows, assuming it's the right stock or the right setup on the SPY, is not a bad idea. See what I'm saying? Exactly, Jeanette. Now we're talking. Well, JB, the value of trend days is we here. Let me go back to my the value of trend days is if you're using the Alpha Zone Pro, you're going to watch this screen because you're going to wait. You're going to see real big moves occur. Real big moves occur. Not moves from 637 to 635. That's not a big move. Real moves occur. Uh, and if you're not, you're going to be right here. And I always tell people, if this is not at 1500 negative or 1500 positive, don't bother looking at this side of the screen because this is where the trend moves occur. Otherwise, you're going to get a bunch of this. Whoop, 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 just not going anywhere. Price does not going anywhere. Why didn't we stay in the SPY trade longer today? Why didn't we stay in the SPY trade longer today? I don't remember actually. Because we were still choppy. We didn't break down yet. We would have to stay in it for like another 2 hours, 3 hours. W more. And if you need more info, you could send us an email. All right. Yeah. Anyhow, the point of the matter is, and the other reason W more, it's kind of funny. I'm explaining exactly why, and he's asking me the question. W more, did you hear the part where I just said that we don't have a run day today? He's asking me why we didn't stay in this trade. Staying in a trade longer implies that it's going to move directionally. There's no momentum to the downside. Right here, we're at 186 negative right now. This is the point that I'm making. I wasn't expecting a big move. That's why I got into the same reason we didn't stay in the SPY short is for the same reason we went long AMD. Is for the same reason I'm explaining this right now. I know, but okay, you want to go earlier? The ADD was right here. It was just not doing anything. It wasn't at 1500 positive or negative. Exactly. So again, it's a good point. He's asking a valid point. It's just the opposite side of the coin. Why did I feel comfortable going long AMD? Because I was expecting a yo-yo. I wasn't expecting a stealth fighter. Which is why we didn't stay short. We were like, I remember, Matt, we were right below the VWAP. Yep. And I think I said we're just gonna chop around for a while, and we did for like, I could even tell you for how long. I don't want to. I want to continue. All right. That you got the answer. Okay, cool. All right. Well, I have to. Thank you, Matt. But I have to do that. So again, it all goes back. See, the bigger point here is: do you guys see how everything is related? It's nothing in isolation. This is when I start reading or seeing people, buy when the stock goes up here. Why? Oh, because when the stock goes up here, it means it's going to break out. What's giving it support? What's holding it up? Do we have volume? Is our sectors cooperate? Don't just stop trading. If you think it's that easy that you could just trade in like when X marks the spot, it's not that. It doesn't work that way. All right. Now, put AMD up now so we can see how it looks. Yeah, sure, I could do that. I had it up a minute ago. Here, AMD. Yeah, we got in like 76, somewhere right here. and it went here, it went a little more down, and then it just started going right up. And my final exit would be the VWAP. So you would have gotten about 160, 170, 176.80, something like that, and out on the first time a little 177 something, and then 179, around 179 on the other one. It was done in about 22 minutes. The point is, I didn't trade. I didn't look at AMD in isolation. AMD was the conclusion. I was looking at this. I was looking at this. This. If this was at 1500, there's no way in living heck I would take that trade. That would be going against the trend. So the point is, this is really, really valuable. This tells you, okay, let me explain. Okay, let me explain. This will give you a great explanation. I'm going to give you an explanation. Your friend is about to take you for a drive in a car, okay? And you've never seen this car before, and you're not really a car person. And you ask him, what kind of car is this? And he says, oh, it can go, it has 1 horsepower. Are you really going to be like in a hurry to put up the seatbelt in the car? How many horsepower does it have? One. You'll be like, yeah, I think I can. I don't think I need the helmet. And then he takes you to a car, and you say, well, how fast is this thing? Like, man, this is the fastest car in the world. This thing is 0 to 60 in like half a second. You're going to be like, I don't know if I want to drive it. Maybe a little too fast for me. Tells you if you're getting into a fast car or a slow car. It's not telling you which way the car is going, but it's telling you if you're getting into a car that basically isn't going anywhere. Basically, whether it's a bike or a Ferrari, are you getting on a bike, or are you getting on a bike with little wheels this big, or are you getting on a Ferrari? A heavy semi versus a Kia, exactly. That's what this is. Because think about this. This is measuring how many stocks are above or below yesterday's close. If you don't have a lot of stocks trading above yesterday's close, where's the beef? Where's it going to come from? Well, we're going to do a little class on Alpha Zone Pro, which is where I'm getting to right now, and it has about a 4-hour class on market internals, and I'm doing another one. So this is the gas pedal. This is the gas pedal. But you got to know if you're getting into a fast car or not, right? You got to know if it has the capacity to go fast. It's like those movies where your daughter goes on her first date and the kid picks her up on a bike, on a skateboard or a bike, and you're like, "Oh, I guess I don't have to worry about him driving tonight." So this tells you how many angry stocks you have, how many happy stocks you have. Then this is telling you at any given moment, are they roaring? Are they roaring? Are they angry or are they happy? 750 here, 750 here, 1500 here, 1500 here. And this is just kind of co-influencing all of it. And this is telling you the overall trend of the market. The overall trend of the market. Now, Roger, why didn't you stay in AMD longer today? That's not what I was looking for. That's not even close to what I was looking for. I was looking for a quick little snipe. And if you're still in AMD, you should put a break-even stop loss or take profit on the remainder right now. You're still in profit zone. Okay? Unless you're swinging it. But look, if you're swinging it, this is irrelevant. This is day trading. This is telling you which way volume is moving, and volume precedes price. Interestingly, every time, look, the SPY starts going up, right? But this keeps going down. Which way does it pull the SPY? Down. This is going down. This is going up. But this continues going down. Which way does the SPY go? Down. David says I made $1,792 in my first day in the pit. Grab that, Matt. I like that. Very, very, very nice. Very, 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 very nice. All right. Now, let's talk about this. So this helps you to know should you only be when you're looking at Alpha Zone Pro, which is what we're going to talk about right now. This tells you should you only be taking shorts? Should you only be taking longs? Should you be taking two sides of the market? Should you be looking at the trending portal? Should you be looking at the choppy portal? All of these things that I just talked about right now, all these, grab that from Richard. Thank you, Richard. All of these things that I just told you about right now, and look at how well this thing picks the high and the low. I mean, this is beautiful. This is a work of art here. So everything I told you about helps you answer the questions that I just proposed. Again, let me just see if YouTube has anything. Again, how should we be trading bull? Should we be trading bear? Should we be trading both sides of the market? What stocks should we be looking at? All of those other things I talked about help you. Then once you've figured out that and you want to trade the indexes, you come into Alpha Zone Pro. And what you will find is the master blaster of disaster histogram and oscillator. Now, see how this is moving a little higher? If it moves just a hair higher, you'll hear the three bells. Tring, tring, tring. That means there's a shift in momentum. And that's very important because if I'm busy, if I'm talking to you and I can't see anything, or if you're out doing something and you're short, for example, and you get this shift of momentum going up, that means it's probably a good time to cover your shorts or pull up your shorts, depending on, I'm just messing around. Similarly, if we're up here at the top and this thing, starts coming down, you'll get the three bells. Whenever you get those three bells, SB says you're the best teacher in the world, hands down. You cover the whole perspective. I try. Thank you, SB. What are you guys doing in YouTube? Matt, can you post the link? Can you post the link in YouTube to the class we're about to have here? Because it's going to put everything together for you guys. So now what I did here is I created this is the Master Blaster Disaster. This and this are the same. The upper portion and the lower portion are the same. I found very interestingly that some people love oscillators and they just can't get past oscillators because they've been using those darn RSIs and the stochastics and the MACDs and all that other jazz, okay? And some people like the histograms. Me doesn't make any difference, but again, whatever works for you is what I say. So I decided to just give you both, right? Oh, you hear the bell? There's the bell right there. See, we just had a change of momentum. The tring, tring, tring. Yeah, why no bells? TradingView? Matt, can you give them bells in TradingView?
There is bells.
Aha! See, Robert, he says there is bells in TradingView.
But you have to set it up yourself. There's a video on it.
Ah, well, there you have
remembered.
He covered his butt. There's a video on it. You got to flip it on yourself, but there's a video on it. All right. Folks, if you are on YouTube, please make your way into this room, please. Do what's best. In the members area. So what this does is once you get a short arrow, see here, look. You got a short arrow. But notice when you got the short arrow, momentum was still very, very green. Actually, it was right here, right at the top. But notice what happens literally a few bars after entry. It starts shifting. Now, you're saying, wait a minute, Roger, that doesn't make any sense. Usually, it's the other way around. Usually, this thing is like down here, and I finally get my signal. Doesn't work this way. It doesn't have any divergence in it. And when you take the divergence away, you take the lag away. So there's no lag. That's what I hate about oscillators is they have divergence. So there's no divergence in here. So look, you're short, you're relying on price action, and then the oscillator starts confirming. So that way you got something on. And by the time you're here, right below the VWAP, the triple bell rings, tring, 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 and then you're like, yes, I'm on the right side. Bugs has something to share with us today. AZP trades. Look at you. Woo, grab that, Matt. Anyway, Bugs has been Bugs. We may have to add you. We may have to add you to our good, our trader list. Let me know how you're. Give me the details. All right. Don't be cheap. Send me the details after the market session. Good for you, man. Congrats, Bugs. So he's using the same tools that I'm showing you right now. This is AZP. This is Alpha Zone Pro. So, and I bet Bugs went short here, and I bet he went long here. I can't prove it, but I'm assuming he did that. It looked very nice. So, and then you have the VWAP here. Now, folks, these levels and these oscillators, they're all based on price action. There's very, very little in terms of, if any, there's only one in this entire thing. There's one moving average, and it's not even on this side of the fence. It's over here. So because you need a moving average for a trend. Point is, everything here is based on market internals, just like that sheet that I showed you a few minutes ago. Market internals. This sheet right here. Let me just bring it back up. This sheet right here. The sheet right here. Okay? Very, very important. So this oscillator, see how right here it started turning again. You got a signal right here at the bottom. But when we got to the top, we were only right here. So it didn't tell you, it told you that you're running out of momentum. And look at what happened as soon as we got up here. It started little by little, it started shifting. Little by little, it started shifting. So when you use this together with this, okay, with this, and this as a market timer, it can be very, very powerful tool. So what would be your workflow, hypothetically speaking? I'm going to give you a little workflow, okay? The first thing I do is I start off, and I do this with you guys in the morning every day at 8 o'clock. The first thing I do it live every single day. And if you think I spend one more minute than I do in the morning, you're sadly mistaken. That's the part that I'm going to show you right now. That's this part right here. Start here. I come here and I do my analysis on my TC2000. Okay? And I look at the SPY and I look at these things that I mentioned to you. I get a good groove for, are we moving in a sideways range on a daily? Are we moving in a downwards? Are we selling off? Okay, so I get a good grasp. Are we far away from the 8-day EMA? Are we close from the 8-day EMA? What's going on here? Are you looking for a down day? Are you looking for a choppy day? Are you looking for a two-sided day? Are you looking for just the morning, all that stuff we do in the morning? Then when I come to work, I kind of know where we're at, and I'm already talking, and I'm kind of unloading everything I've learned to Matt. In the car drive, Matt has to hear all of it. It takes me about 10, 15 minutes. It's the only time we really get to we'll talk to each other. I don't even think we get the chance to see each other. If you ask me what color shirt he's wearing right now, and I wouldn't even know, because he's over there behind. I have monitors and he has monitors. I think he does it on purpose, so I don't look at him, but I can't prove it. Anyway, point of the matter is after we get our structure, we wait for the open, and I look at what sector is popping. Where's the catalyst? Is it moving the market? Just like I teach you every morning. Then I start looking at market internals, the sheet right here. First thing I do, and I actually send you updates in the morning, just like this. Here. I always have a lot to say. Look, tick, Vold, ADD, right away. And then, hold on, I have too many screens here. Just trying to get my market internal screen back. So the first thing I do, and this is really the first thing I do, here we go, is I start looking at this before I look at anything else. This thing doesn't really get going for the first half hour. I want to start getting a trend going. This really doesn't do much for me for the first half hour. It's useless. I'm just kind of looking at it, but I'm not. I'm just kind of like just buying time. But I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this and I'm looking at sectors for the first half hour. I'm looking at top stocks. I'm looking to see where the money is, where my levels is. And then I sink into this all day long. And then it's just this and the Pro Trader dashboard, the scanner, and Alpha Zone Pro for day trading. And that together gives me a real good idea of. So Roger, you're telling me that you don't just buy and sell every arrow here? No, 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 I don't. Now you could do that, but I told you make sure you're near the levels. And that's why the video tutorials in the members area are about 12 hours. Now, I want to show you guys something. I want to show you guys something that a lot of you don't want to understand. A lot of you have thick skulls. So I want to show you guys something because I know that you don't listen to me. So I want to teach you something real quick. I'm going to ask Google a question. How long does it take to learn to play a video game? Let's see what AI tells us. Simple games, controls, easier, complex, hours, weeks, individuals, learning pace, right? Games complexity, individuals, learning pace, minutes, hours, weeks to master, right? What makes you think that you're going to master what I just taught you in 5 minutes? Do you think this is any different than a video game? When you were a kid, remember playing Pac-Man for the first time and remember playing Pac-Man for the 100th time? What makes you think this will be any different? You know, if you play Pac-Man long enough, you get pretty damn good at it. Right? So I created a complete structure for you to help you make money with this. Now, folks, if you are right now on YouTube, please, 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 Buck says I made $200. Buck Rogers. Hey, there's Buck Rogers. That was one of my favorite shows when I was a kid. I loved Buck Rogers. Used to watch it. I remember that show real well. I should watch the reruns. So I am going to now show you something really, really cool. And if you're interested in day trading, if you're interested in sniping money out of the market, the way Richard does, the way Matt does, the way I do, if you're interested in that, we're going to do a class right now. This is a structured class. It's going to take about half an hour to get through, and it'll put together everything I talked about in great detail, including the market internals. It'll put it in a much different light. Okay? So please pay attention and watch this. And if you've already have experience with Alpha Zone Pro, please post it in the chat, and Raleigh will repost it. All right. So please, please pay attention. And Matt is going to turn off the channel, the YouTube, in just a few minutes. Please make your way into the room so that I could do this for you. All right, folks, let's begin. You're going to see